I quite like to take that one away from you because it's such a special place.
In an unexpected turn of events, Camilla, Queen Consort of the United Kingdom, has made a bold and shocking decision that is shaking the foundations of the royal family. In a move that has sent shockwaves through Buckingham Palace and beyond, Camilla has chosen to drop the consort from her official title, opting instead to be referred to simply as Queen Camilla. This change has not only caught the public off guard, but has sparked one of the most intense divisions within the royal family, most notably between Camilla and Princess Anne, her stepdaughter. The shocking move by Camilla. When King Charles III was crowned in a grand and historic ceremony, many royal observers and insiders expected Camilla to continue using the title of Queen Consort, which she had assumed since her marriage to Charles in 2005. It seemed fitting, given that the title consort is traditionally used to acknowledge the wife of a reigning monarch, and was seen as a reflection of the unique nature of her marriage to the king, especially considering the earlier tumultuous years marked by his relationship with Princess Diana. However, Camilla's decision to claim the full title of Queen has created significant turmoil, especially within the royal family, as it represents a bold departure from tradition, one that is not taken lightly by many who hold the monarchy's long-established values in high regard. Princess Anne, defender of tradition and legacy. For Princess Anne, this move by Camilla is more than just a personal affront. It is a direct challenge to the legacy of her mother, Queen Elizabeth II, and the values that the monarchy has held for centuries. Princess Anne has always been known for her no-nonsense, straightforward approach to royal life, and she has spent her entire life defending the monarchy's reputation, upholding its traditions, and ensuring that the royal family stays true to its roots. Her role has been one of quiet service, often working behind the scenes, and yet her dedication to the monarchy's legacy cannot be questioned. The late Queen Elizabeth II had made her wishes clear, especially when it came to the role of a Queen Consort. The title was not just a formality, but a reflection of the complicated and delicate history of the monarchy, particularly regarding the legacy of Princess Diana. Queen Elizabeth's decision to endorse Camilla's title of Queen Consort was a calculated gesture, one that attempted to respect the sensitive nature of the royal family's relationship with Diana's memory, while also acknowledging Camilla's position beside Charles. However, for Princess Anne, Camilla's move to drop the consort part of her title is nothing short of a betrayal. For Anne, this is a symbolic rejection of both the late Queen's wishes and the traditions that she believes are vital for preserving the monarchy's integrity. As someone who has spent her life ensuring the stability of the monarchy, Anne views the sudden move by Camilla as a step too far, one that risks disrupting the balance of the royal family and alienating the public in the process. To Anne, the use of the title Queen Consort was a reminder of the difficult history that Charles and Camilla had to overcome, and was a more respectful acknowledgement of the past. The clash between tradition and ambition. To fully understand the deep rift between Anne and Camilla, one must consider the broader implications of Camilla's decision. The title of Queen Consort has always been associated with the wife of the king, but it has never been viewed as a title that equates to the same status as that of a reigning queen. Camilla's choice to simply be called Queen is not just a minor alteration of her official title, it represents a rejection of tradition and a personal ambition to carve out her own role within the royal family. It is important to understand the context surrounding Charles and Camilla's marriage. When they first began their relationship, it was marked by public scandal, as it came to light that Charles had been romantically involved with Camilla during his marriage to Princess Diana, one of the most beloved and revered members of the royal family. The public was quick to scrutinise the relationship, and the monarchy had to navigate the emotional fallout from Diana's death. Throughout this period, Camilla was not warmly welcomed by the public, and many viewed her as the third party in the tragic love triangle between Diana, Charles, and herself. Camilla's marriage to Charles in 2005 was seen as a pivotal moment, but also as a controversial one. In many ways, the royal family went to great lengths to manage public perception. The decision to call her Queen Consort was an attempt to ease tensions and show respect for the legacy of Diana. However, over the years, as Camilla became more entrenched within the royal family, the public's perception of her softened. She was no longer viewed as the villain, but as a stabilising force for Charles. Anne's opposition to modernisation and changing titles. Princess Anne, who has spent decades embodying the monarchy's traditions, is deeply upset by what she perceives as a disrespectful move by Camilla. To Anne, the title Queen Consort was a reflection of the sensitive nature of the monarchy's structure, and it was meant to honour Diana's memory, while simultaneously acknowledging Camilla's role. For Anne, the shift from Queen Consort to Queen represents more than just a title change. It signals a fundamental shift in values, one that threatens to undermine the continuity and tradition that the monarchy has stood for. Anne is a royal who values the continuity of the monarchy, its historical significance, and the unwavering role that tradition plays in maintaining the institution's legitimacy. To her, the monarchy's strength lies in its ability to adapt while still holding true to the principles that have guided it for centuries. The idea of breaking from tradition to accommodate modern expectations, which seems to be at the heart of Camilla's decision, is something Anne simply cannot accept. The growing rift, Anne's betrayal of her mother's legacy. Princess. Anne's strong opposition to Camilla's title change is a reflection of her deep belief in the importance of legacy. To Anne, this act is not just about a title. It's about the values that the royal family represents and the continuity of those values through generations. She feels as though Camilla's decision undermines everything that her mother, Queen Elizabeth, worked for during her reign. By choosing to call herself Queen, Camilla is seen by Anne as elevating herself above the royal traditions that have defined the monarchy for centuries. What's more, Anne's frustration is compounded by the belief that Camilla's ambition is driven by personal desire rather than by the greater good of the monarchy. In Anne's eyes, Camilla's move symbolises a self-serving agenda, one that risks alienating the public and creating division within the royal family. Anne has always prioritised the stability and unity of the monarchy over personal gain, and she fears that Camilla's actions could lead to a loss of respect for the royal institution as a whole. The larger divide. A family at war. This growing divide between Anne and Camilla is just one part of a much larger picture of family discord within the royal family. Behind the royal facade of unity, there have been whispers of feuds, rivalries, and deep-rooted tensions for years. In fact, King Charles III and his younger brother, Prince Andrew, have had their own set of problems, many of which have involved Andrew's scandals and questionable associations. Andrew, who was famously implicated in the Jeffrey Epstein case, has been a controversial figure in the royal family, and his presence has created ongoing tension within the family dynamic. Charles, who has worked hard to present himself as a modern and responsible monarch, is reportedly not thrilled about the scandals surrounding Andrew and the damage they do to the royal family's public image. At the same time, there are the ongoing tensions between Prince William and Prince Harry. Once the closest of brothers, William and Harry's relationship has become strained to the point of no return, particularly after Harry's marriage to Meghan Markle and their decision to step back from royal duties in 2020. In his memoir Spare, Harry detailed several explosive allegations, including a physical altercation with William and accusations of emotional neglect from their father, King Charles III. The rift between Harry and William is now seen as one of the most bitter family feuds in modern royal history, and it shows no signs of reconciliation. The future of the monarchy. a family divided. As the royal family continues to grapple with these internal tensions, the future of the monarchy remains uncertain. Will Queen Camilla's decision to drop the consort from her title strengthen or weaken the royal family? Will Anne's commitment to preserving tradition be enough to maintain the monarchy's integrity in the face of growing demands for modernisation? The coming years will likely reveal whether the royal family can remain united or if the growing fractures will lead to a more dramatic transformation of the monarchy. What's clear is that the monarchy is at a crossroads, and the decisions made by its members will have a lasting impact on its future. The internal feuds, particularly between Camilla, Anne, and the younger generation of royals, will shape the direction of the family and, ultimately, the monarchy itself. As the royal family contemplates how best to move forward, it will need to balance tradition with modernisation and public expectations with personal ambition. Only time will tell whether the monarchy can survive these internal conflicts or if they will ultimately lead to a more profound transformation. Prince Andrew's scandals. A family divided. When Prince Andrew's controversies first began to emerge, they were seen by many as a personal embarrassment for the family. However, as the situation escalated, it became clear that these were not just private issues, but matters that threatened the integrity of the entire monarchy. The British royal family is not just a family, it is an institution that represents the nation. Every member of the family carries the weight of the monarchy's legacy, and their actions directly reflect on the royal family as a whole. Prince Andrew's ties to Epstein and the subsequent legal battles painted the monarchy in a negative light, causing irreparable damage to its public image. The monarchy, which has long been a symbol of unity and tradition, now finds itself in a difficult position. King Charles III, who ascended the throne in 2022, has had to contend with the ongoing fallout from Andrew's actions. As the new monarch, Charles is expected to maintain the dignity and public image of the royal family, yet his brother's scandals have made this task increasingly difficult. Charles has reportedly expressed his frustration with Andrew's behaviour and the negative attention it has brought to the family. The situation reached a boiling point in December 2024, when it was revealed that Prince Andrew was allegedly linked to a former staff member accused of being a Chinese spy, further compounding the royal family's troubles. For Charles, this is a personal issue as well as a public one. As a monarch who has spent his life working to modernise the monarchy, he has worked hard to separate the royal family from scandal. The last thing he needs is for his brother's actions to continue to overshadow his reign. The scandal surrounding Prince Andrew has put a significant strain on Charles's ability to lead, as it undermines the image he has spent years trying to build. Charles has long tried to present himself as a responsible and modern monarch, someone who is dedicated to ensuring the monarchy remains relevant in the modern world. However, Andrew's actions have cast a shadow over this vision, complicating his efforts to maintain the monarchy's dignity and public trust. The battle for the monarchy's future. Tradition versus modernisation. Beyond the individual controversies that have marred Prince Andrew's reputation, the royal family faces a larger existential challenge: the question of the monarchy's role in modern society. The younger generation of royals, led by Prince William, has embraced the need for change. William has consistently voiced his desire to make the monarchy more relatable to the public, focusing on service and accessibility rather than maintaining the old formalised traditions of the past. This approach is not just about public perception, it reflects a fundamental shift in how the monarchy sees its role in the 21st century. William's vision for the monarchy is one that adapts to contemporary challenges while still preserving its core values. He believes that the monarchy's future lies in connecting with the people, being open and transparent, and modernising the institution. However, this vision of modernisation has not been universally accepted within the royal family. Princess Anne, a staunch defender of tradition, represents the opposing viewpoint. For Anne, the monarchy's strength lies in its adherence to long-standing customs, traditions, and rituals. She believes that the institution's continued relevance is dependent on its ability to maintain stability and continuity. Anne has always been a proponent of duty over personal ambition, and she views any departure from tradition as a risk to the monarchy's integrity. To her, Camilla's decision to drop the consort title and become queen has struck at the heart of royal tradition, signalling a shift away from the monarchy's long-established values. Anne's concern is not just about Camilla's title, but about the broader direction the monarchy is heading. While King Charles III may see modernisation as necessary, Anne views this push for change as something that could undermine the very foundation of the monarchy. She believes that in trying to adapt to modern expectations, the monarchy risks losing its identity, and with it, the public's respect. The generational divide between Anne and William highlights the deep tensions that are simmering beneath the surface of the royal family. For Anne, the idea of abandoning centuries of tradition is tantamount to destroying the monarchy itself. But for William, it is about ensuring that the monarchy stays relevant in a world that is rapidly changing. Both perspectives are valid, but they are pulling the family in different directions, making it increasingly difficult to find common ground. The role of the media in the royal family's struggles. The royal family's private battles have been laid bare for the public, thanks to the relentless media spotlight that follows them everywhere. The British press has long had a fascination with the royal family, and any hint of scandal or dysfunction is bound to attract intense scrutiny. For the royals, this constant media attention is both a blessing and a curse. While the monarchy remains in the public eye, this attention comes with a cost. Every argument, every internal conflict, and every scandal is reported on in the most sensationalized way possible. Imagine living under this kind of pressure, where every personal dispute is exposed for the world to see. For the royal family, the glare of the media has only exacerbated their internal struggles, creating an environment where personal relationships are often overshadowed by public duties. It's no longer enough to just be a family. They are also a national institution, and that status comes with immense responsibility. The pressure to maintain a unified front is constant, and any crack in that facade is immediately pounced upon by the media. When Prince Andrew's scandals came to light, it wasn't just a personal embarrassment, it became a national scandal. Similarly, when Harry and Meghan decided to step away from royal duties in 2020, their decision sparked widespread debate about the monarchy's relevance in the modern world. These events have put the monarchy on the defensive, forcing it to confront uncomfortable truths about its role in society. The family's internal divisions have become a public spectacle, with each new conflict pushing them further into the media spotlight. Despite the drama, the royal family is expected to continue its royal duties and represent the nation. They are not just a family, they are the face of the monarchy, and their actions are scrutinised in ways that few other public figures can relate to. Every misstep is magnified, and every mistake becomes a talking point for the media. The royal family's ability to reconcile personal grievances while maintaining their public roles is a delicate balancing act, and it is one they have struggled with for years. The royal family at a critical juncture. The British royal family finds itself in an unprecedented position, at a crossroads where the institution's future is at stake. With centuries of tradition behind them, the royal family must now confront the challenges posed by an evolving world that increasingly questions the relevance of the monarchy. This is a pivotal moment as the royal family grapples with the balancing act between preserving royal traditions and embracing necessary modernisation. The tension between the older and younger generations within the family is at the heart of the struggle, and it is this conflict that will likely shape the future of the monarchy. Prince William. The push for modernisation. One of the most vocal proponents of modernisation within the royal family is Prince William, the eldest son of King Charles III. Prince William, aware of the shifting tides in public opinion, has called for the monarchy to adapt to the needs and values of the modern world. His vision for the future of the monarchy is one where royal duties are more aligned with contemporary societal issues such as climate change, mental health, and social equality. His approach focuses on creating a monarchy that is more transparent, accountable, and accessible, hoping to bring the royal family closer to the public in an era where media scrutiny is unrelenting. While Prince William's desire to modernise the monarchy reflects the changing dynamics of society, it has not been universally embraced within the family. Some members, especially those with a strong adherence to royal tradition, view such shifts with scepticism. Princess Anne, for example, has long been a defender of the monarchy's traditional values. To her, the strength of the monarchy lies in its ability to uphold centuries-old customs, and she fears that modernisation could dilute the institution's unique character. Anne's staunch traditionalism creates a significant tension between her and younger members of the royal family, who view change as essential for the monarchy's survival in the 21st century. King Charles III, navigating the tradition-modernisation divide. As the current monarch, King Charles III plays a pivotal role in determining the future direction of the monarchy. His reign has been overshadowed by the ongoing controversies surrounding his brother Prince Andrew. These issues have placed additional pressure on King Charles to manage not only the public image of the monarchy, but also the internal dynamics of the family. King Charles faces the delicate task of balancing the need for modernisation with the desire to maintain the monarchy's traditional role as a symbol of stability and continuity. He must navigate the growing divide between the younger generation, which seeks reform, and the older members of the family, who cling to the old ways. For Charles, this is not just a question of preserving the monarchy's reputation, but of finding a way to unify the family during a time of unprecedented public scrutiny. His actions and leadership will determine how the monarchy evolves in the years to come, and whether it can retain its relevance. The legacy of Prince Andrew. A shadow over the monarchy. No discussion of the future of the royal family would be complete without addressing the ongoing impact of Prince Andrew's scandal. The controversy surrounding his ties to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein has not only tarnished his reputation, but has also cast a long shadow over the monarchy itself. Prince Andrew's removal from public duties and his retreat from royal life may have offered a temporary reprieve, but the lasting damage to the monarchy's image remains. For King Charles III, dealing with the fallout from his brother's actions is not just a matter of public relations, but a personal challenge as well. The scandal surrounding Andrew has created a rift within the royal family, and King Charles must manage the delicate dynamics between family members, ensuring that the monarchy's reputation does not continue to suffer. This task becomes even more complicated as the media continues to scrutinise every aspect of the family's actions and internal conflicts. Unifying the royal family. A challenging task. As the royal family faces these internal tensions and external pressures, one of the most critical challenges is maintaining unity. While individual members may hold differing views on the future direction of the monarchy, the institution's survival depends on finding common ground. If the royal family cannot come together behind a unified vision, its ability to remain relevant in a rapidly changing world will be in jeopardy. There are reports that King Charles III is making efforts to mend the rifts within the family, particularly between his sons, Prince William and Prince Harry. The public rift between the brothers, coupled with Harry and Meghan's decision to step back from royal duties, has further deepened the divisions. Nevertheless, Charles's leadership will be instrumental in determining whether the royal family can heal its internal wounds and present a united front to the public. The future of the monarchy, a fine line between tradition and change. The question of the monarchy's future is far from simple. While some members of the royal family are committed to modernising the institution, others believe that any deviation from tradition threatens the monarchy's very essence. The next chapter in the royal family's story will be shaped by the decisions made during this period of flux. Whether the monarchy can evolve while staying true to its roots remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: the family's ability to reconcile its differences and address the pressing issues of the modern world will define the monarchy's legacy. In conclusion, the British royal family stands at a critical crossroads. As they confront their internal divisions, public scrutiny, and the evolving demands of the world, they must find a way to adapt without losing their core identity. The monarchy's survival depends on the ability of its members to come together, reconcile their differences, and move forward in a way that reflects the values and expectations of modern society. Whether they succeed or fail, the decisions made in the coming years will shape the monarchy for generations to come.